feared for the power of her mind, worried about what she could find.
Hey Libra, this is your full moon reading, starting with the card Creativity, followed by Female, by Childhood, Order, Barrenness, and Right. Creativity means, yes, you will feel and be very creative. You might have a lot of ideas suddenly coming in. Maybe you have always been a creative or even artistic person and it was blocked due to worries, sadness, whatever. Sometimes it's just blocked. It will open up again and it will rush through. If you thought of yourself as a not so creative person, this will change. With creativity, I don't only mean artistic. You can be creative in other ways too. You can be a very creative cook. You can invent something. You can be very creative with technology, with formulas. I don't know, you can be creative in so many ways. It doesn't mean, only being creative in the way you paint or create a piece of art. So this is very open with the creativity here. We have female, and whether you are a man or woman, you are tapping more into your feminine energies here. This is very relevant and important for you at this time. And maybe these feminine energies will also be the key to your true, authentic creativity. And you might realize the connection between femininity and creativity here as well. There's a third energy, a very nice component coming in. The third card here, Childhood, feels like you might become more carefree and worry less. Worry less about certain laws or a job or some societal stuff around you. Worry less about unofficial rules as well. Silent, unspoken rules that we also follow, or how to be successful, how to do this and this, how. There are also a lot of YouTube videos. 4 steps to blah, blah, blah. How to become blah, blah, blah. Oh God, I hate these titles so much. And I feel like there is no more how to for you. How to and steps to are always the opposite of creativity. They are always imitation, not creativity. And there will be an understanding about that for you as well. And you will be just more carefree like a child, and you will not start to imitate everyone, but do things in your own way. And also this childhood card makes me feel like you will find joy in things again that you liked as a child. Maybe you will even remember something that you used to do as a child, but you forgot that entirely, and now you will find your way back to it and do it in an adult way, but still feel like a child. Very playful here. That's a nice combination. Then we are jumping into Order, Barrenness, and Right. And the Barrenness card, I don't know, it's a little bit weird here. Okay, Order is usually, order can also be physically, can be about your house or something like that, but mostly when I pull this card, I feel it is very meaningful and spiritual. It's a very divine card. And I feel like you are coming onto your right path. Not that you haven't been yet, but sometimes our right path can feel very painful and negative and wrong, because we have to go through these terrible things to learn certain things. But now you're going on the positive right path, where you can finally use your talents. I don't have a money card here, but I'm just making a guess that sooner or later you will probably also be able to earn some money with whatever this creativity here is. But it's not the topic now in your reading. So I think it's more about first finding back to it, doing something creative without worrying about money, without worrying about rules, and being in tune with that divine order, with that divine purpose of yours. Not ignoring this calling anymore. With the barrenness card, usually I hate pulling this card. I really hate it. But in another reading it also came up and it felt very positive, and I feel like it's the same here for you. It is such a dry ground. It is impossible that something can grow in it. There's no rain, there's only heat, sun, and dry earth. And it's a miracle that this little plant is coming out of this. It's actually not possible. It's more than just a miracle. It must be coming from some higher power, because no human could do this. And I feel like this is something that is happening in your life here. You might find yourself in a situation, or something might happen to you where you think like, this is impossible. How can this even be? But it's right. The creativity in you is right. It is not a mistake, even if society often teaches us that we have to imitate. We have to follow all the rules and be like everyone else. And creativity is something bad, and creativity is for losers, and creative people cannot survive and make money. No, this is wrong. Your creativity is right. Your feminine energy is right. Also, if you're a man, I feel even nowadays women are not even allowed to be feminine anymore. Don't let me get into this too deep here. I could talk hours about this. Being a mature adult does not exclude keeping also part of your child self alive. Having this carefree, childlike energy is right. Following the divine order is right. Creating a miracle or receiving a miracle is right. It's right. And the right card also shows us there is a picture, a puzzle that's being completed. Maybe you felt you have worked on this puzzle very well already and achieved a lot already, but there was just this one missing piece. And this is coming. The camera is getting very blurry. I'm sorry for that. I don't always have the most expensive technological stuff here. So especially, when it's getting a little bit darker outside, and this is what's happening because it's becoming quite cloudy here. In the last days, we had a lot of rain and thunder in Berlin, which is actually good because the last summer was so dry, so I'm glad it's raining. Yeah, so that's why the camera is getting worse all the time. Then we have male at the bottom of the deck. This is very completing here. It's not opposing, it's both is necessary. No matter what gender our body has, we all need male and masculine and feminine energies. And the masculine energy could also bring some kind of force and more details into creativity. Then we have air. And I feel like I shouldn't look at this card alone. We have chaos next. Oh, what is happening here? The air card first feels like a lot of effort being put into something. But it's not barren. It's just stored. Maybe you thought you have wasted a lot of effort for years on something or someone, And you might feel super depleted and tired. Even desperate that you wasted so much time and energy. But then you will realize the energy is just stored in this balloon. It's not gone, it's not wasted. It is stored. You can tie it with a knot, save it, and there will be a perfect time when you can let it out all at once, and it has a huge effect. It will cause some chaos. It feels suddenly very powerful, like some magical powers. I'm sorry if I sound ridiculous, but I'm getting this. You thought you couldn't see this plant that was growing in this barren ground. You didn't see the miracle, and you kept working. Maybe then you saw this tiny plant. You thought it's too small, but now you're realizing it's a miracle that the plant was growing at all under these conditions. And you're really realizing the exact thing about this balloon. And then boom, something huge will just happen. Something very explosive. And then you will realize how much you underrated yourself. Like immensely underrated. Like the effect might be so big, I don't know, that it will even be a shock for you. We have closed here and sadness. This is some old energy. I feel like the closed energy is actually a present energy also. Like there are people, it doesn't have to be a romantic situation, some old friends, like it could be that some people will try to crawl back, even though you already rejected them a long time ago because they were just false and they don't get it, and you will have to reject them again. The sadness feels like an old energy. It feels like, because we have the reality card here, this is, you might make someone sad, but this is not an innocent person. I feel like this person really did something, not only once, like several, maybe this is someone you forgave several times and they just couldn't change. And you will use some harsh words, so we have authenticity here as well. Harsh or even violent words, so that this person, that even the dumbest person will finally understand they are not welcome anymore. And then this person might be sad. Or it's your old sadness, and you will realize it was never worth it, because we have the reality card here. You will even feel a little bit awkward about thinking that a few years ago you cried about this person. But now you're becoming more mature, getting older. You're seeing things in a more realistic way without romanticizing something. I'm going to leave this part here and jump into the health and lifestyle part. As I always say, don't take this part literally, and do not replace this with a professional advice. It's raining again, it's really nice. In other countries, they have so much fire right now. Starting with teeth, heart health, learn, meds, cut alcohol, honey, therapy, sunlight, stretch, one more, and music. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you for watching.